And action, please. Hello, beautiful souls. I was inspired to say something more watching one recent situation, actually watching people who made comments about that situation. And it is about judgments. Yes, I see judgments every day, but this one particular situation made me think. I was inspired by that, and period. So I want to speak more about judgments. Well, what happened? First of all, I'm not watching television or reading newspapers for more than 10 years. So what is happening in the world, I have no idea unless I see comments or things that people post on social media. And it will stay that way. I mean, me not watching any kind of news and reading any kind of news. Entering on any social media, it was impossible not to see it, even on LinkedIn, which is completely another subject, how people are hypocritical. So entering on any social media, it was all over social media. It was maybe 2-3 days ago that I saw it was a situation between Will Smith and his wife. Oh my God. People are full of hate, and their comments were like I was like, oh my God, what happened out there? Because it was, for me, it was too much hate, too much judgments, too much negativity. I mean, it is normal, but by normal I mean judgments to me are not something normal, but it is normal to see judgments nowadays because people are full of frustrations, so they just share that everywhere, and it is impossible not to notice that. So it is completely devastating to me that there are so many people all around the world full of hate. Anyway, I decided to Google that video and to see how my reaction will be as someone who is who like to analyze people and above all to analyze myself. I was curious to know how I will react. So I Googled the video. I watched the video. I think it was one video, 12 minutes or so. After I watched the video, I was like, wow. Then my next reaction was like, did we watch the same video? I mean, me and all those people full of hate and judgments, because I was amazed. My reaction was like, wow, what a lesson. But I was like, maybe that wasn't the same video that I watched like those people. So I was searching more, and actually that was it. And for you who don't know, it was the situation that she had an affair. Well, not affair because they weren't together at that moment, with the friend of their son. Maybe like, if I understood correctly, 4 or 5 years ago. So they decided to bring it out publicly to speak about that situation in front of the whole world. First of all, how brave that is. Then, knowing that we live in a world where people judge you so easily, even people don't understand when they judge others. They don't define them, those people. They define themselves. Okay. So they decided to speak about that part. The lesson number 1. No. Then lesson number 2, communication. like the most important thing in our lives. Bravery to speak about their feelings, things that they've been through, sharing that something that is very private and that's their life. To me, it was like a gift to all of us, one very important lesson. And the lesson is how to communicate, how to get over difficult situation in relationships, how to speak about it, how to understand what is going on. To me, it was nothing but admirable. To me, it was like, wow, I just, you know, and no, I don't want to, this video is not about them. This video is about judgments and how we all see the same thing, but we perceive it in the completely different ways. If you are just aware when you put any comment out there or when you speak about anything, that you speak about yourself more than you speak about the situation. I think that obviously, many people are not aware of that because we share with others what we have within. Our perspective is something that is quite different, and if people are only aware of how many hate they have within, to me it was just like, oh, I don't want to deal with people. The more I know people, the more I want to connect with animals and with nature, of course. But still, here I am making creating content for you to make you think more about yourself, not about others, but about yourself. So judgments, we all judge, so please don't just say, I'm not judging. No, we all judge, we all have opinions about anything, we all have eyes and we all look at the same thing, but we don't think in the same way. That's the difference between judgments. Judgments are, it depends on so many things, like state of mind, how you feel at the moment, what your focus is, your education, your level of consciousness and your knowledge, your so many things. That's why judgments are so different. That's why our opinions over the same thing are so different. First of all, you need to understand this. And then when you understand this, you will be aware that when you judge others, you define yourself and who you are. So we all judge, that's a fact, okay? But the more you are aware of that, the more that you are aware of yourself, and the more that you work on yourself, the more that your level of consciousness is higher, the more that your ego is under control, you will be more aware of this. You will be less judgmental, and instead of looking at things with your eyes and your mind, you will start to use your heart, and you will, instead of judgments, you will approach to things and people with understanding, and you will be more in position that you, instead of seeing things from your perspective, you just see them, accept them, just simply being aware of that. And that is something completely different, but you should arrive there if you want. So, dear, when you point your finger at someone, know that there are 3 fingers point back at you. Okay? So, your judgment is nothing but who you are, not who other people are. It's who you are. So before you say something, if only people can understand this, if only, this world would be so much happier place to live, because people would start to work on themselves, people would simply fill their hearts with love, heal, and many other things instead of uh, going around judge other people. But it just shows the world today and how people live and think with so much frustrations. They don't know even how to deal with that. They just need to take it out from themselves, and they are not even aware how they do that. They, with their judgments, with their opinion, they hurt others. They can make others feel bad. They can, people are god, this is so important to understand. So pay attention, pay close to attention to how people react over the same thing that you maybe think differently. And please never let any other people's opinion or judgments affect you. Please. Now you know why, because it is something that defines them, not who you are. Don't let other people's judgments, opinions define yourself, your life, or don't let affect you in any way. Because we see that we can see on daily basis that people are, that's why this world is full of haters, full of bullies, full of people who don't know how to deal with themselves and their frustrations. It's like with garbage. When you have garbage, you need to throw it out in bin or wherever you throw it. It's the same thing with people. What they have within, they just need to share with others. So no wonder there are so many haters out there with, frustrations, so many negativity all around the world. People just don't know how to deal with themselves. So the most important thing is that this also applies to you, of course. So before you say something, before you judge, before you give your opinion, first of all, make sure that people have asked you about your opinion. If it is not nice, or if it's not kind, or if it's not necessary, or if it doesn't improve someone's life, ask yourself, is it even important to give my opinion about that? When you judge other people, please, it's time for self-reflection instead of judging other people. Think about that, and instead of focusing on other people, focus on yourself. That's the most important thing. If you don't know how to deal with your frustrations, speak about that with someone that you feel comfortable with. Don't be afraid to look for help. Just please work on yourself, heal whatever you're going through. Know that judge others, making other people miserable, you will hurt them, which is not nice, but you are the one who is staying with those negative emotions within, and it will, in a long run, it will affect your health, it will affect everything about you. That is so important to self-reflect before you say something or before you do something. So hating on others, leaving hate comments on someone's life, you will hurt them, and we all struggle, we all go through different kind of situation in our lives. Some of us, we don't speak about it, other people speak about it, so you should be thinking about this as well. Maybe you will make someone's life even worse, so please, before you say something, think. Just stop spreading your frustrations around, please. That is so wrong. Make sure that you are informed before you say something, rather than judgmental. Make sure that you have all information about something before you give your opinion about it. Please stay away from chit chat, stay away from small talk, stay away from people who gossip about other people, because you are with them, and you can choose to remove yourself from any kind of situation that doesn't make you feel good. If you stay somewhere when some people speak or gossip about other people, it also defines you. Decision is always up to you. You can always choose to leave and to spend your time focusing on yourself, your time, your energy, to work on yourself, to feel better, to make simply to focus on your problems, to find solution, instead of thinking that judging other people will make your life better. No, it won't. Trust me, it won't. It will just make you feel at the moment like you have said something important, and that is not important at all. If you judge other, it's not important at all. It just defines you, not them. Remember this. So please work on yourself and spend your time, energy on yourself to be a better person every day. Remember that hating on others, you actually don't hate them. You hate some part of yourself that should be healed. Yes. Think about this. Focus on yourself. Work on yourself to feel good. Then when you feel good, you will share nothing but goodness with others, which is the most important thing, because the most important thing is how you make other people feel when they are around you. So ask people who surround you how they feel when they are around you. How do you feel when you are listening to me? I love you.